Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. This is future me. This video in particular had more editing than I normally do. I had to do voiceovers for pictures. And then I feel like with my kind of 5 ways decluttering changed my life, I was missing kind of the big one. And so I think this is the only way I can easily slip it in, is doing it before I start my actual video. I am just a calmer, happier mom, wife, etc. So prior to my decluttering journey and getting my house mostly how I want it, I would just get frustrated, and I don't think yelling's the right word, but I would get grumpy with my husband, with my daughter. Why is this mess here? Why am I always cleaning it up? And so I think really my biggest success is that there's no really more of that. I don't have to gripe at people for why is the house not cleaned up? Why is there stuff everywhere? It's just easier. We can all clean it up in like 10 minutes or less. We do 10-minute cleanups, which you'll hear about in my video. So really, I'm just a happier, healthier wife and mother, and I don't have to get grumpy about my house. So that's really my number one. And I'm not quite sure my husband and daughter have noticed or really appreciate that, but I am sure they are happier that I don't have to get grumpy so often about the house. All right, the rest of my video, or actually my whole video, will be next. Thank you so much. Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Alicia. Today's video is going to be about how decluttering changed my life. I have 5 ways, and then I have 4 tips on how I basically keep it that way. You might see me on my phone just because I have my list. So if you guys have been around for a while, you know I've had some decluttering videos. I love decluttering. I am not a minimalist, and so not that that really even matters. But decluttering has helped me so much. And I'm kind of a natural at this anyway. I've honed it in over the last 2 or 3 years. I follow a couple minimalists on YouTube. Again, definitely that's not my goal, but they also often have awesome tips. And, you know, I started basically listening to them to say that, you know, the less stuff you have to manage, the less stress you have. So over the last couple of years, I've had a more targeted approach to getting rid of things. But anyway, number 1, once you've decluttered, it is easier to clean and put things back. It is so much faster now. I don't have to stress about, you know, getting things organized, putting things away, because it's just easier. The things I have a home and there's a place to go. Number 2, less time to put things away. Putting things back where they go is so much faster now. So prior to my targeted decluttering, I sort of, in my mind, when I had a daughter, I just knew she had to have a playroom. I mean, I had a playroom. Why wouldn't she have a playroom? And so our house is too small to have like a dedicated room for a playroom. But for many years, we had an office that was like half office, half playroom. And at the end of the video, because it just came up in my memory feed, I think 2 days ago, I will show you a before and after of my office makeover. And then I will also show you a video of how it is now. And so I just knew she had to have a playroom. But that playroom meant that she had toys in her room, toys in her playroom, lots and lots of toys. It was always a struggle. It was a cluttered mess, and it just stressed me out. Putting things back, organizing things. If we're being honest, she rarely played with any of that stuff. So it took more time to get all of that back together. And so after, I think, watching all these videos and kind of like letting certain things sink in, I started targeting certain areas to declutter, organize. And then I think, yeah, last summer, my goal was to do an office makeover. And honestly, I think it's the best thing. There's no more toys in there to stress out about. The office is generally a calm experience. Now, does that mean every room in my house is perfect? Absolutely not. Does it mean my house is never messy? Absolutely not. But it's a lot faster to put things back. 3, less stress. So clutter stresses me out. Mess stresses me out. I live with 2 people that it absolutely does not. I don't know. at what age you know whether you have an organized child or a messy child. My daughter is 7. I'm fairly certain she takes after my husband, and they're just kind of messy. Like it would not bother them if things were everywhere. It bothers me. So because I can easily, and I should say we can easily put things back, I have so much less stress. Like I don't have to stress about cleaning because I know it can be put away. 4, there's just less clutter. There's less clutter in my life. And so for me, that helps out the stress again. And then this is a 5, which we don't have guests that often, but we could easily be ready for guests in under 15 minutes. And most days you could just walk right in and it's not a big deal. There's our life stuff, but nothing's like so hideous. So for me, mainly I'm happier, I have less stress, and it's just easier to manage for my house. So those are the big kind of overarching goals, or not goals, but like benefits for me for decluttering. And it didn't happen overnight. I've always been a person that was good at getting rid of things, taking things to Goodwill. But after watching a lot of these organizing, decluttering videos, I really started thinking about like Marie Kondo's questions, or a lot of these, like I follow the Minimal Mom. She often has videos on tips for the questions to ask yourself. Do you love it? Have you used it in a year? Are you going to use it? Would you miss it? I mean, I don't think that's one of her questions. So I really, in the last couple of years, have taken a targeted approach. And we have lots of stuff. Again, we're not minimalists, but letting go of this stuff has just been, honestly, I feel like life-changing. It is just so much less stress for me. Now, how do I keep it up? Because a lot of these videos, if you watch other people, it is not a one and done. It is a process. And my process of decluttering my daughter's stuff was probably total of a 2-year process. And I don't have a definitive time, but it was one of those things where little by little, I would declutter her stuff. And I did it because if you ask her, she was like me when I was her age. She's attached to everything. And so I did the decluttering, if I'm being honest, on days she's not here. But I think I have a good idea of what she really plays with, what she, really is attached to. So I'm not getting rid of things she's really attached to. It's things she doesn't really care about. And she has plenty of toys still. But anyway, how do I keep this up? Number 1, routine decluttering. It just happens naturally. So I also have a bin, like a Goodwill bin, like a box. I put a lid on it. So if I know we don't use it, I throw it in the box so it's ready to go the next time. So just yesterday, I had my husband take a suitcase and a bag full of stuff to Goodwill. I already have 4 things in the Goodwill bin. So I'm constantly throwing things in the Goodwill bin. Number 2, 10-minute or less. Honestly, at this point, it's less than 10 minutes. We do cleanup time. And often my husband and my daughter will help. Definitely my husband's usually in on it. But we will do in the evenings. Honestly, with their help, it's almost a 5-minute cleanup. The kitchen, the living room, we kind of reset things, put things back where they go. And it's under 10 minutes at this point. So we do a 10-minute cleanup on most days. But again, we get busy and things get messy. So it's not like there's a perfect house happening here. Number 3, a couple of the areas of the house are pretty much always in good order. And that helps me. Our guest bedroom is 99% of the time, 100% ready to go, perfect looking. We're not really in there. There are some times I kind of wonder, could I do something else with that room? Because we just don't have guests that much. But anyway, it's always ready to go. And our master, and I'm pointing here because I film in our master bedroom, it's pretty much always good to go. Now, my daughter watches TV in here and she likes to bring toys, but those toys are easily brought back to her room at the end of the day. So generally, our bedroom is ready to go most of the time, and that helps me. And that's how I dealt with it in the beginning before I kind of got things decluttered, is that I knew I had a couple rooms that were ready to go. And then number 4, accepting some areas. My husband's closet is a mess. I think I showed that before on a video. And my daughter's room, which I think I will show at the end. I'll show the before and after of the office makeover. I'll show what it currently looks like, and I'll show my daughter's room. And she's a kid. She has a way more stuff than, like, let's say I do in my room or something, but that's fine. She's a kid. She has toys. It's going to be messy. I want her to play. I want her to live. So I've kind of accepted, you know, that is going to be, is what it is. My husband's side of the office is good for him. But again, I'm not going to be some kind of like organizing dictator where, you know, he needs to be a certain way. So that's kind of how I keep it up. And so it works for me because I like that. I've always been that way from when I was like younger. Not that my room never got messy when I was younger, but I liked cleaning it up. I loved that feeling of my organized bedroom with everything put its way, cleaning it. I loved that feeling. So for me, it just kind of comes naturally, and I love an organized house. So up next, again, there's going to be the before and after of the office. I'll do what the office currently looks like, and I think I'll just show you Cora's room. But anyway, good luck with wherever you are organizing or decluttering your home. I hope you have a great day. All right, in these photos, you can see a before and after. They're not the most thorough before and after, but there was just a lot of clutter. There was a dollhouse that you can only kind of see towards the right of the computer. In this one corner, there were just toys, and this used to be Cora's kids' room when she was a baby, so they were decoration. She had stuck pictures and pictures on the wall. It was just visually cluttered, and it stressed me out because the toys would be everywhere. There was no good place to keep the toys. And so I really felt that it needed a makeover, and that is exactly what I did. So on the next screen, you guys will see the makeover. All right, in this photo, this is like, probably like the first day after the remodel. And it just is so much better. I love the fresh coat of paint, the gray, the new carpet. I love these desks because we were able to hide a bunch of the stuff, like Cora's craft stuff, the, pencils, rulers, all of that. I just love this makeover. It is just, makes my heart happy, and it feels so calm to walk in. Right after this, I will show you a video of what it currently looks like. But for me, this makeover was a total success, and I love it. All right, this is the current office. You've already seen the before and after from a year ago, but that's my daughter's desk, and that's pretty much, she's gonna have her little doodads and stuff. She added a little dinosaur painting. I don't know when she did that. I just noticed it like a month ago. And then I have my side here. And so again, just organized. Now there can be often toys on the floor because she likes to play in here sometimes, but they're easily put back. And then we have my husband's area, which is just a tad messier, but it is what it is. Like this is pretty good for my husband. He is just messy and puts things places, but it was such a good thing for us to declutter and do this makeover. I don't know. It makes my heart happy coming in here. It does not stress me out at all. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day.